Hey guys, welcome to Lucky Lotus. My name's Brijesh.
I'm Jimmy.
And I'm LD.
Thanks for tuning in. You can find us on Spotify, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcast, Rumble, Patreon.
There we go.
And at your mom's house.
Ooh, just started doing that.
Ooh.
Hi, this is episode.
That got a little spicy.
Ooh, well, let's see how that goes.
Technically, we are at your mom's house, Brijesh.
Technically, thank you for doxing me. We're not in the basement, though.
Yeah.
We're not in the basement.
Your mom's basement.
Yeah. Living the dream. Living the dream.
Somebody get over here quick. Brijesh is stuck in a washing machine.
I can't get out. Stepsister. Step uncle.
We're gonna kick it off with a new segment that's called Brijesh's Sports Update.
Okay,
Let's
here we
hear
go. So slowly and surely, I am going to get into sports, and Jimmy's been kind enough to tell me what to look up. And this week, we're looking up Carson Beck. So he's
The hammerhead shark.
yes.
Did you notice that he was built like a hammerhead shark?
He's often compared to the squirrel from Ice Age as well.
Yeah, you haven't seen a picture of him like close up.
Let's see. We're about to see this live. Oh my god!
First
of
off,
all-
that's Bo Nix.
starting off to a great start, dude.
You thought you're like, damn, he's kind of handsome.
That's what I was going to say. Hammerhead. I can see why it's a hammerhead.
All right,
What a
I'll look up a picture of him while you go on your little.
Okay, so Carson Beck, he is 23 years old, born in 2002, November 19th. Shout out, Mom. I was looking up all the stats.
Brijesh, we don't need a backstory on him. I don't care where he went to high school. Just what is important about him this week.
So this week, so he's done playing football, apparently. There's no more, he had a serious ankle injury where he had to get surgery.
Again, Bo Nix.
Yeah, okay,
Who the hell are you?
you've mixed this up. So why don't you just talk about Bo Nix? Because that's the Bo Nix thing.
Dude, how did I get these two people mixed up? Okay, never mind.
He's not done playing football. Bo Nix.
He's done playing college football.
Okay.
Bo
So-
Nix hurt his leg. So continue with your Bo Nix story.
So far, what would you grade?
An F. An F. You don't even know what these people look like. You couldn't name them in a lot. If Bo Nix robbed a liquor store, you'd be like, Carson Beck was just
He looks
here.
like a hammerhead. He looks like a hammerhead. That's what I know. Okay, that makes so much more sense. So Carson Beck, he plays for the Miami Hurricanes.
Correct.
So he lost the CFP.
Yep.
The college football playoffs, right?
Yep, college football.
Slowly getting it.
All right,
So he lost against-
I will text you this photo. This is what he looks like.
I think they're just being mean. He doesn't look like a hammerhead.
He definitely looks like a hammerhead shark.
Okay, ooh. And who's he dating?
Bella Danger.
How does he? Okay.
Allegedly, and I don't know why ESPN showed a retired porn star on their broadcast for like
Multiple times.
Yeah, multiple times.
I'm sure that created a bunch of awkward conversations to
The cameraman.
girls and their boyfriends were like, who's that?
the cameraman really knew.
How
what
do
they
you
were
know who
doing.
that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like,
Bella?
who is that?
I'm a fan of your work. I am a fan of your work.
Which, I mean, that could be why they lost.
Yes, that could have been. He was very tired.
She could have, Space Jammed them and sucked the soul out of them.
Okay, we're getting this. What kind of podcast is this?
He took his talent.
Took a lot of it. Okay,
Well, that's the plot of Space Jam, another sports thing you've never seen.
You never seen Space Jam?
No, I've seen Space, but it's been years.
Okay,
dude.
who's the main character in Space Jam? Not
Other,
named
other
Michael
than
Jordan.
other than Bugs Bunny.
Then I don't know. It was either Michael. You know what I was about to say?
Who?
LeBron James.
you could,
That's Space
he's in
Jam too.
Yeah,
You could name anyone from Warner Brothers and they're in that movie. That's a cartoon.
Okay, so who's the hot bunny?
Lola.
Lola, main character, right?
Yep.
Gotta be. Okay, and that's all I know
My
about that.
first cartoon crush.
Forget a Bella. We know what Brijesh is looking at.
Yes, ma'am.
Lola Bunny.
Why did you say yes?
Which, sorry to get off subject, but what do y'all think about the Space Jam switch? How they switched her costume in the second Space Jam?
Not good.
Made her kind of dykey.
Not good.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
It's not okay. No, first of all, not at all. Let me just put that out there. What a disappointment. But dude, what do you expect? These people are just trying to pander for money. They're going to throw whatever they want in there. It doesn't matter if it screws up the actual story. I don't know if it screws up the story, but it's just like it's so overt that it kind of like takes away from the story.
I couldn't even tell you the plot.
There's
Of
what
what?
plot? What
Of,
plot?
of Space Jam or of
Space Jam 2.
Space Jam 2?
I couldn't tell you the plot of Space Jam 2.
I've never seen
She
it.
threw you off that much?
I've only seen the memes of it, and there's just no point in watching it because I know it won't be as good as the first one.
Yeah, you're not going to get the first one.
Because LeBron James is never going to be better than Michael Jordan.
Thanks, Brijesh. We're glad that you got that hot take off. I was just sitting next to Skip Bayless over here.
Dude, one
Got
day.
any? The Dallas Cowboys suck. All right, Brijesh.
Okay.
Continue with your Carson.
All right, Carson
So
Beck.
now
He
I know
lost
who-
the college football playoffs.
And now I know who Bo Nix is and who Carson Beck is.
Yeah,
So
he-
do
we're
you know
messed
who
up.
Bo Nix is?
He lost
We're about
the
to-
What team does he play
We're
for?
about to go through the same thing again. Broncos.
The Broncos.
Yes.
Is that NFL or college?
It's NFL.
Where?
I'm just making sure.
Just
Don't
out,
get
of,
Denver.
just out
sure.
of curiosity, where are the Broncos located?
Colorado, Denver.
All right,
There we go.
What a, spoken
I'm going
like-
to make sure I get a D on this review, okay?
Where are the Broncos located? Colorado, of course.
Of course.
what a weird way to say
I am just trying to project confidence in my speaking skills.
The way that you're describing sports is how the original AI programs would prompt and be like, write me a letter. And it would start off with greetings and salutations.
Guess what I'm doing right now? Guess what I'm doing right now? Using AI to tell me about Carson Beck.
Do you want to talk about more about Carson Beck?
Well, yeah, it was pretty impressive. Indiana, so they basically they won every single game this year, right? Like they
Yes.
First time ever.
Point. That's
Yeah.
1 point.
There we go.
Brijesh. That was a good comment.
And then like on top of that, it sucks that who's it? Carson Beck, he threw about 19 completions, like 19 complete throws, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Wasn't that interception the reason why they lost the game?
Well, I wouldn't say that's the reason why, but that was certainly the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
They did not have a lot of offense, and they should have had like 6 picks that game. They kept dropping easy interceptions.
Dude, that really
So if you're
sucked.
going to blame Carson Beck, you might as well blame the Miami Hurricane defense as well.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's not Bo Nix who like got his ankle shattered and had to have surgery where it's career ending.
We got the
That's not career ending.
Okay.
we got the Super Bowl coming up. First of all, he broke his ankle. He didn't
Yeah,
shatter
he didn't
it. That's
shatter it.
different.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a huge
Learning.
debate, and I will bring up this debate. I do not think he broke his ankle in the field of play. I think something nefarious happened, like he broke it on the sideline or broke it in the locker room or something.
But why'd you say nefarious? What do you like?
Because they're saying it got broken on the field, and I didn't see a play, and I watched that whole game, and I watched him walk off the field, and I didn't see any weird stuff going on with his ankle.
Yeah. Because if you have a broken ankle, you're not putting pressure on it.
I mean, LD, back me up. I see Patrick Mahomes limp every game. Like,
Yeah.
and I think he's like dead, but then
Yeah.
he comes back.
Here's another sports reference. So what about Aaron Rodgers? I mean, he's on so much Vicodin. Like,
First of all, it's Perk Rogers.
Perk
Rodgers.
Who knows? Maybe Bo Nix is on the same supplemental.
Aaron Rodgers said he'll come back if Mike McCarthy coaches the Steelers, and Mike McCarthy originally beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl, so that would be interesting.
Why not, dude? I mean, he's not retiring anytime soon. He's got enough.
That will be a topic for next week. Is tell me what you know about Mike McCarthy.
So, I can tell you right now nothing. But back to Bo Nix. All I know is, so I guess you're saying the controversial part is like you don't agree, like you don't know where exactly injury happened. You don't believe that it happened on the field.
I don't think so. It was brought up on a sports podcast that I listened to, and I agree with that
And
theory.
why do you think it sounded like a career-ending injury?
People break their ankles all the time and are able to come back. Bones can heal.
Yeah, if he
If it was a ligament, it'd be a little bit tougher to come back from. But I mean,
But it's
if
just
he-
given like, yeah.
if he broke this 6 weeks ago, he'd be fine and be able to play in the next
Really?
game. I think so. Yeah, right. I don't know the ankle.
I'm not a doctor.
But like, if you blow your Achilles or you blow your ACL, you're out for the year.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, LD.
Correct.
But I think if you break your arm or you break your ankle, the road to recovery is under 6 months.
Yeah,
easily.
they bones. I mean, bones will heal back together, whereas your ligaments do not.
Yeah.
Plus, you go get that Kobe Bryant RIP European plasma.
And so, okay, let me tell you a couple more things. That I'm not going to try to lie to the viewers. So I don't know what position Bo Nix plays. I don't
Oh
know
my
what his.
God.
I don't know.
Okay,
Like I'm not even going to lie to y'all.
What's your best guess?
I want to say quarterback.
There you
Okay,
go.
that's right.
That's a good, good guess.
That's a guess.
All right,
That's a guess.
What position does Carson Beck play?
He's also quarterback.
All right.
Yeah, and you're quarterback to quarterback. That's 2 for 2. Thank God. Okay, that is crazy. That you're like, what? He's a star quarterback, right?
If it makes you feel any better, Brijesh, Brett Favre played in the NFL for like 24 years or 20 years, and he didn't know what any of the defenses were. He said like in like the early 2000s, they were like, they're in nickel. And he goes, I have no idea what that means. And he had already won the MVP 3 times. You're giving better takes than some of the people on ESPN. So keep cooking. What else?
Let's
you
go.
got?
Let's hear it.
Let's keep going. What about Carson Beck's age? I asked you to research that. You realize that he's like a 9th year NCAA player. Like he's been in college for 9 years.
How is that possible?
He's already graduated from Georgia because they get all these COVID exclusions.
Yeah, they got
right
they got the COVID year that they gave them grace for, which this is the last year of all the COVID players.
Yeah, and I want to say this right now unequivocally. I am unimpressed with Indiana winning the national championship because the average age of their team is 2 years younger than the Green Bay Packers professional football team.
Whoa.
Because of all the COVID
Because of the COVID years, yeah.
Oh my God! But how do you get 9?
Right. And like we're all 3 older gentlemen coming up now.
Coming up.
You know how much your body developed from the age of 20 to 25.
Oh yeah.
So they're like an average age, I think, of 23, and the Packers are 25. Someone's going to be like, they're actually 25.2. It's like, shut the hell up.
But I am impressed that the coach was able to keep those players there for that long.
Oh, yeah. Mark
So
Cuban,
that is something that is impressive. But go ahead. What about Mark Cuban?
Mark Cuban's going to roll out the bankroll and pay Fernando Mendoza the same amount of money, if not more, that he would have made in the NFL to stay at Indiana one more year and run it back turbo.
Dude, I mean,
$40 million.
wow, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of
It's a
money.
lot better than going to the NFL and being.
What is?
Yeah,
what is,
I mean-
is Mark Cuban a huge Indiana fan? Where did that come
Yeah,
from?
he's from Indiana.
Is he? Okay, I didn't know that.
He's really involved in sports. That's awesome.
That's from the guy from Shark Tank's also in sports. Just so you know.
I mean,
Yeah, he
doesn't he also
used to own the Dallas Mavericks.
No, really? Or he has a basketball team right now, right?
No,
He used to.
It.
He sold it.
Okay, well, I mean, whatever.
I think
Sucks
he
for
like loaned himself the money from the sale, so he doesn't have to pay taxes
He's a
on it.
smart man. Smart man. That's why he's on Shark Tank, dude.
All
Leader of
right.
industry. Okay.
But we also had some coaching hires here
Yep.
recently. Titans got their new head coach and Robert Salah. Used to be defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers. He was head coach at the the Jets. I'm actually kind of happy about that hire. I was hoping for Harbaugh, but I would take him over some of the other candidates. It was him and Matt Nagy, which Nagy did nothing for the Bears. So I don't even know why they would even try to hire him.
We know Harbaugh signed that deal with the Giants, and then immediately the Buffalo job became open, and then he was trying to get out of the Giants job to go to Buffalo. Was the rumor?
Okay, I've got a burning question. Now, I barely know anything about sports, but how are the Bears doing so well?
They're
thought
not. They just got eliminated. Just stop talking. Just
Dude, what do you mean?
But I mean, this is the first time they've been in the playoffs in a while.
Thank you.
It's the first time they've been in the playoffs in a while, and I think it's due to their coaching change. They got the O coordinator from the Lions last year who killed it. Came over and was the head coach of the Bears this year.
Ben Johnson,
and he put in work.
There we go.
They won the division and did well.
Okay, so next week. So this week I got an F for my sports cast.
Yes.
So next week I'm hoping for a D or a C.
next week we will have 3 topics, which is who is Mike McCarthy, what is your Super Bowl prediction, and then give us a recap of the NFL championship games this week, which are the AFC and NFC. And please explain to me the AFC and NFC.
Sounds good.
So if you need notes on this, just rewatch this podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Don't worry.
Get us another view. All right.
Add up, dude.
I'm going to go into our contest. We're running a contest. If you're the first 1,000 people to follow us on TikTok, Facebook, basically any social media besides Instagram, or you're the first 2,000 people to follow us on Instagram, you will win a free dinner to the Bass Pro Shop with us, or you will get shipped Rendezvous ribs, FedEx Express by me.
At
my
his expense.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So, and if
they'll be good.
If you're out of town, you will have the option to Zoom us. If you're in town, you'll have an option to come on the pod. So
Sweet.
Please hit that follow. You can, enter into the contest like 4 times if you follow all the social media accounts.
Yeah, I mean, come on, like we'll love to support, and we'd love to take y'all out. And thank you guys who are listening and who are supporting us. You guys are amazing. So what do we have next?
All right, Brijesh, for you next, I have a very special segment, and LD and I have come up with this, for lack of a better term, behind your back.
Sounds good.
So I just wanted to let you know.
Here we go.
We went on to Grok and we typed in 2 prompts. I'm going to read the first prompt, and then I want you to guess what the answer is.
Okay.
What is the dumbest thing I asked you this year, Grok? Just guess what it is.
How do you
Wow, this is
how do you
great
stop
podcast.
a black hole? How do you stop no, something about a black hole.
No, you said if a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? But what if the tree was made of cheese?
Did I ask that?
Yes.
Did I ask that?
You asked that, okay? Because I didn't ask that.
Yeah.
And there's only 2 people that shared this account.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no way I asked that.
Yep.
I
It told me the date that you asked it too.
no way. Are you sure Grok is
Hey,
misremembering?
So Jimmy has receipts.
Okay, well, that must have been high. I don't know why I would be asking that question.
So now
What did Grok say?
I want to read the second question that I asked it, which was, what is the weirdest sexual thing I asked you this year? Do you know what that was?
What's the weirdest?
It's nothing bad.
Okay,
It's nothing
okay.
embarrassing.
Okay, what is it?
You asked Grok, if a unicorn and a mermaid hooked up, what mythical STD would they swap? And how would that affect their magical powers? Which has to be one of the weirdest questions. So just so we're clear, for the pod, I'm going to read this one more time. If a unicorn and a mermaid hooked up, what mythical STD would they swap? And how would that affect their magical powers? Now, Brijesh, I'm going to ask
I'm
you this
wasting
again.
water on these questions.
Do you remember asking Grok that question?
Can you tell me the dates? Were they one after the other?
That one didn't give me a date, but the other one was in August.
God, August must have been a rough month, dude.
Yeah.
August must have been
So
tough.
anyway,
Were
Yeah.
you watching like some type of
I don't know, but it was just like
cartoon or what?
I think I was either trying to see like what are the what kind of responses you can get from Grok, and then ask the dumbest questions, and then it's just I'm really happy that's the only sexual question I brought up.
I just want to let you know. I was going to read whatever it said, but that's what it said.
Okay,
Why? What else was there?
we'll find out next week.
Kind of magical STD.
Jesus, oh
What
my God.
was the answer?
It didn't say. I just asked the question. It
broke.
really kept you underneath that. It really protected you.
Yeah,
It said, I can't stitch on Brijesh. I got to pay this one close to the chest.
There we go. I appreciate you, Grok. I can't wait to renew the subscription. It's gonna be good. Well, yeah. What's this segment gonna be called?
This one is called a year in review 2025. So what we could do is you could ask chat the same questions and see what it says if you're willing to.
Okay, here we go.
So Brijesh is now going to type into Chat GPT and ask, what is the dumbest thing I asked you this year? And then he's going to ask, what is the weirdest sexual thing I asked you this year? Now that we have knocked out Grok, LD, how you doing over there? LD, you did this
I'm
prompt.
stoked for this. Yeah.
What were some of the ones you got?
Mine. All right. So I was on like a conspiracy theory kick because I typed mine in. Let me find it real quick. My dumbest question. It was. Where's it at? Oh, can you create a portal using mirrors and travel to an alternate universe?
That's pretty good. That's not as embarrassing. Brijesh, would you like to read for the class what you came up with? What does that number
Hold
2
on.
say?
Number 2 says, is Chris Bumstead Persian? Only because someone called him the Persian wolf, and it got me curious.
I don't even know who Chris Bumstead is.
You don't
even-
know- you don't
I
know who Chris
that is.
Bumstead is?
Nope, but I'm about to Google.
No,
Yeah.
tell us who they are.
Okay, so
Educate
he's the
audience.
IFB, I'm going to butcher this, but the bodybuilding competitions. So
Okay.
he is the champion.
Of the IFBCCM2,
That sounds like intercontinental ballistic missile, dude.
the HDMI 268.
Well, whatever it is, he is the top tier bodybuilder. He's definitely on juice, but it's just like his physique is.
Isn't the Iranian guy the one that keeps winning though? And he didn't win last year, and he didn't shake anyone's hands. I can't think of that guy's name. Drop it in the comments if you know what I'm talking about.
But yeah, so Chris Bumstead, he is the pinnacle of what steroids and hard work can get you.
All I know is Ronnie Coleman.
This dude is clearly white.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, it's I don't know if it was his coach or something, but he kept calling him the Persian wolf. So I don't know where he got that name from. So I was like, okay, okay, Chris Bumstead, are you Persian? And the second weirdest question, I guess, is not.
What is no? We don't care about any other weird questions. What is the weirdest sexual thing you asked ChatGPT?
We're about to find out.
What was number one?
Number 1 was our ghost reel.
I don't think that's a dumb question. Damn, ChatGPT must really hate you.
Yeah.
Ghost. While Brijesh is looking this up, AI is getting very advanced.
Well, what was
these
yours?
days.
What was your dumbest question, Jimmy?
Let me look it up. I will read it. I was unprepared for that. Well, Brijesh and I share a Grok account.
Oh, okay.
So technically,
Technically, it was our dumbest question.
yeah.
How do we know you didn't ask these questions then?
I'm positive I did not ask these questions. These are not the questions I ask. The questions I ask.
Questions you
The
ask.
questions I ask is if we're going to have a snowstorm like we're about to in Memphis, what size tarp do I need to cover the model in your truck that I have to prevent snow from accumulating on it or something like that? Or like, I drive this car. If I go pick up this item, will it fit into my car? Something functional, Brijesh, something utilitarian.
Is something wrong with figuring out if a magical STD can ruin their
what did it
magical
say?
powers? Question. The weirdest sexual adjacent question you asked. Sexual adjacent question. I don't know why it gave me that. Nothing.
Not showing anything.
Yeah, clinical curiosity.
Guess he just really leaves that for Grok.
It gave me number 3.
Grok's Bay.
But here's
What does number 3 say?
here. Let me just read number 1. Clinical curiosity, dating app reality checks, gym bro adjacent biology. I don't know what the shit is, dude. What is gym bro adjacent biology? Okay, that's chat's really snitching on me right now.
I can tell you one I saw in ChatGPT that's not very bad, but it is. I would like you to explain it because
Okay.
it's been burning in my mind for almost a year. You asked if it was legal to film another person at the gym.
Yeah, not because I was feeling because
Did you get caught looking in the background like?
it's
Were
Licking your
you
lips?
trying to film a dude or a girl?
no. So at Crunch,
Were you trying to see
everybody,
good form, or
Dude,
what?
I mean,
What
these
are you
forms were
looking
great.
at?
They're making content, but it was just I got kind of like paranoid because there's like cameras everywhere now. Everyone's got a tripod. Everyone's a like fitness influencer, and it's just my squat form is horrible, and it's just like, are you going to capture that? Like, it feels weird where you have to be on your P's and Q's, like look good, walk correct, don't stare at anybody.
Why don't you just look at their Instagram profile?
Well, I'm not going to go up
The
there.
only-
and ask
They're
them.
filming themselves.
The only thing I don't like is if people are doing that weird stuff in the locker room. Like I can't tell you how many times I walked into the YMCA and people are filming their physique in the mirror of the public men's bathroom.
Yeah, I mean, it's just all of it's. When it comes to the fitness culture and this aspect, it is strange, but it's like your bread and butter is made by like this type of content. It's OnlyFans adjacent, right?
Really, in the Indian culture, we call that instead of bread and butter, your naan and biryani.
Yeah, dude. This guy, he's slowly integrating. We're gonna get him to the culture.
Into
Then
the
LD,
culture?
you're next. Have you ever tried chicken tikka masala?
No,
Next time you come in.
I can't even spell that.
You don't have chicken
I could spell that.
The thing
What was the second word?
tikka.
Tikka.
Yeah.
I can spell that.
the thing about
Masala.
Masala. Okay.
chicken
Yeah.
tikka masala,
The way you said it was like
chicken
one
tikka
word.
masala.
you don't eat it with your mouth. You have to eat it with your butt.
On camera.
So this is like a wild story, and then we can move on. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but if you refuse to eat food at Guantanamo Bay, they feed you through the reverse end. They pump food in your stomach through the back end to nutrition you.
Did not know that.
So you cannot starve yourself at Guantanamo Bay.
So that
you
South Park episode was real.
yes, that is a real episode. It's basically the human centipede. But it's just you.
I thought they would stick like tubes through your nose or like nose cavity. And
They do.
I wonder how many of the like inmates there who have been fed up their butt probably like enjoy it and like prefer being fed that way.
I don't know. Let me look this up and make sure this is real and I didn't look at some
Yeah.
article.
And then you know what's crazy? Have you heard of Abu Ghraib?
No.
Oh my God, Brijesh.
Not talking about Abu.
Shut the hell up. We're not talking about that.
I'll tell you about it afterwards. Oh my god!
I'll tell you what, you can bring that as your history fact for next week.
Sounds. Oh my god!
Abu Ghraib. Well,
No,
there's
don't even look it up. I'll tell you, it is disgusting.
Well, I want to know now.
I'll tell you. I swear to God, I'll tell you after pod.
No,
it is
he
actually
needs to
disgusting.
he needs to research it more so he doesn't butcher the story.
Okay.
There's a blonde lady involved in this.
It's literally
I'm gonna look it up after the
It's in the
pod.
plot of Zero Dark 30.
Okay.
And it is where our tax dollars go to make sure we don't have terrorists anymore.
Okay, confirmed. New York Times headline: Doctor describes and denounces CIA practice of rectal feeding of prisoners. February 24th, 2023. So I don't want you guys to think this is like MK Ultra 60 years ago. This is like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Dude, at least MK Ultra gave you drugs and hookers.
right.
This, much rather get the MK Ultra treatment than.
So, talking about history, we might as well talk about current events. What's going on in the world?
Well, LD, you have a pretty good one.
My current event isn't really like political or anything like that. It's more about an actor that actually inspired me to enter the police force.
Okay.
Yeah, Will Smith, his character in Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2, Mike Lowry.
Mm-hmm. Do you really like the part where they're like in the AV store and they're like talking about how much they love each other?
Yeah, that actually kind of coincides with this story.
Was he trying to tell us something?
Well, yeah, was he dropping little Easter eggs for us? Do y'all think that Will Smith may be gay?
I think he might be bisexual, but I don't know.
Or trisexual.
I mean, he is married to a little short man.
What are we talking about?
Are you talking about G.I. Jane?
Keep a goddamn get a motherfucking name out your mouth.
But no, he
Was that your Will Smith impression, Brijesh? Because that was like you just like it made it sound like
dude, I stuttered. So keep your motherfucking no. What is it? Keep a goddamn name.
Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth.
So there are some allegations by a trans, I think it's electric violinist that he had recently fired.
From what? He fired him from what?
I guess his concerts
his
is
posse
crew.
oh,
no,
okay.
you know, he raps again now.
Yeah.
I know you've seen the freestyle.
Okay. Yep.
I'm an action star. That one.
Yes.
So if you have you not seen,
no, I have.
Okay.
That was great acting. That really brought it back because that was so embarrassing that at your age you think this is good because he was like a quote unquote a rapper, right?
not quote unquote, he was. You ain't heard getting jiggy with it, Miami.
How do you
Summertime
have a career like that and then release something like, dude? It is.
I mean, some people after a while, you know, get out of touch. Plus, he was kind of. I mean, he was one of the PC rappers too, and rap has changed a lot since he started. But yeah, the violinist was fired, and he made some allegations that they may have hooked up. But it was more of a grooming. He claims that he was groomed, and that there was a night where he woke up, didn't know that anything happened, and there was a note for him, and HIV pill, and some other stuff.
And this is all allegations.
Allegations.
Yeah.
These are all allegations, which you can Google it. But yeah, do y'all think that? I mean, I think another Easter egg. Have y'all seen his new show is called?
What?
What's his show called?
Pole to Pole.
All right.
His travel show.
We have gone down the rabbit hole on this one.
Okay, I've seen it. It's on
Jess,
Hulu.
are you going to tell us what this joke was?
No. So it's pole to pole, right? It's hilarious because Hulu's the one doing it. I saw it on TikTok. They have the comments turned off.
That's probably why. Why? So, what is the point of it? Besides the innuendo, what is the point of it being called pole to pole?
Because it's a travel show. I'm guessing like
Got it.
yeah, it's Will Smith traveling.
Traveling.
Why would they not just call that show from north to south? like, do you guys ever think that like sometimes these marketing teams, these marketing teams, they like come up with like really dumb ideas. Like Adidas one time tried to come out with a shoe where it had like shackles on it, and then people were like, "Are you guys trying to make like a slavery reference here, or like what's going on with it?" And it's just like I feel like in a marketing team, they just need one dumb guy that like gets it.
There was a shoe that I commented on that Nike put out, and it was like the red bandana shoe and something like that. And I was like, I said something along the lines of, don't put these shoes on, you'll be set tripping or whatever. And the creator of the shoe actually commented on my comment and was like, went through this whole spiel of like where it came from and everything. I was like, look, man.
Can we get him on
I
the
was
pod?
just kidding.
It's a joke. It was a
Just
joke.
kidding.
It's really funny you said red bandana. Some guy tonight, I just got done working out before I got up here. Some guy tonight was working out and he was in a cutoff Under Armour shirt, that was like just a regular shirt, but he cut it off and it was like cut off really crappy. And then he also was wearing like a red bandana, like Will Ferrell from Old School or like Prison Mike from The Office. And I was like, what the hell is
Prison Mike?
I got to show you guys this picture. We can't put it in the pod.
Yeah.
But I just want to describe that he looks like a young Prison Mike. And I had to take it over my shoulder. But so that's what he's wearing. That's a cut off.
That's the exact outfit.
That is-
Yes,
Yes, the
and
red.
that's what he was wearing at the gym tonight, and I just could. I had to end my set because it literally just reminded me of Prison Mike, and I couldn't quit laughing.
So you were the one tripping on the set then? Not
Yes,
him.
I was.
Yeah.
Yes,
You should have pulled up Googled a pic and was just like, dude, I love your fit. It reminds me of this guy.
The worst part was legally, my First Amendment, I can't film in the gym or take pictures.
Oh, yeah, we did.
So I had to take a picture.
Specifically,
I had
yeah.
to take a picture of him, and a girl was working out next to me, and I went to my camera app, and immediately she saw me go to my camera app, and then I turned it around, like showing I'm taking a picture from behind because she thought I was gonna like film her or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, not a good look because I was also on like the first row of benches, and there's
Yeah.
like 3 rows of benches, so everyone behind me can see what I'm doing, and I had to like lean over and take the picture, and then.
The best place to film goofballs at the gym is from the Stairmaster because you're like up a little bit. I remember there's a guy that's he's at Crunch and Golds and he wears this night helmet.
Oh yeah.
I know you've seen the night helmet guy.
Like it's gold, like what? And it has like a bottle that's like a bullet or something, like a little golden. I know what you're talking about. He's like a kid, right?
Yeah, he goes to Christian Brothers.
Yeah.
Because I had a friend that like actually got some words out of him. I asked him what the helmet was for. I wasn't sure if he was like a LARPer or something like that.
Yeah.
If he was training, because they had those little night competitions.
What do you
Yeah.
say?
And I was like, all right. But then it kind of made me feel like this man think I'm a bitch or something. Like,
Why do you think that?
like, is
What, you trying to punk me?
Like I was like, yeah.
autistic.
I was like, at first I was like, all right, man, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm disturbing your lift. But then the
voice.
ego in me, I was like, did I just let this nigga punk me?
One of the funniest things would be if that kid, you know what,
I'll be autistic,
LD, if
dude.
you see him at Crunch or anyone sees him at Crunch, we will have him on the pod.
Yeah. What if he punks you here?
I was
That
gonna
was-
say, what if he had a podcast? He was telling the story about how he punked LD on the podcast. Yeah, so the guy,
Oh, God.
the guy at Crunch Fitness in Memphis. There's a
I
guy
know
that
who you're
wears a
talking
night helmet. There's also like a really jacked guy that works there that I've seen the few times I've gone to Crunch, like a handful of times. I have seen a guy that is like 6'3", giant, and he wears a pacifier and Hello Kitty ears.
Oh, you haven't seen the guy working
I have
out
not
in a
seen
kilt?
that.
No.
A pacifier
That
and
doesn't
Hello
seem-
Kitty ears.
That doesn't seem that bad because
No,
the
no, no.
ventilation would be pretty good for
Yeah.
a kilt working out. But like the Hello Kitty ears and the pacifier.
I've seen the kilt guy.
Really get me.
He's
He knows what
really
he's
chill. The
doing.
kilt guy's really chill. I like him.
Yeah, I've talked to the
Any
kilt
of
guy.
those 3 guys, if you're watching the pod, we'll have you on the pod.
Legitimately, I would love to have the kilt guy.
I want to get the helmet guy's story though.
We got to be more careful now how we approach him. He might recognize your face.
I don't give a shit. I don't care now.
Now these like, I'm gonna punk you twice. You punk me once, I'm gonna punk you twice. That's funny.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay.
What is your current event,
Like this
Brijesh?
motherfucker just growled at me.
Wow. I know we're supposed to move. I know we're supposed to move my
Rawr.
current event.
What was his response?
Dude, that gym story you told us at the beginning of the pod was hilarious.
Which I forget what it was.
How deep? Like basically, you couldn't work out there. There's somebody calling you buddy.
Okay. I'll tell this story. and then
Big dog.
We can move on. So the National Guard is in Memphis. I'm not making a comment about them being here. What I can say is I'm very disappointed by their absolute squad up of the gyms in Memphis. So they work out in like what seems to be groups of 5 and teams of 10. So they break off.
platoons.
Yes. And they absolutely just run these machines. So like it'll be like a bunch of guys doing the same thing. And this guy was working out. He's doing the same circuit. I was doing back. He was doing back. We were using very similar machines, doing very similar dumbbell workouts. And he was like about doing the same workouts I was doing, just about a set behind me. So every time I would get done with the machine, because it was packed, because there were a lot of National Guardsmen in the gym, he would be like, "Big dog, you done with this?" And I was clearly done with it. But he just kept saying big dog. So the word big dog had been used about 12 times. And then he was like, "Big dog, you forgot your water bottle, big dog." And I was like, okay, now he's just messing with me.
Yeah.
And
What if he started to recruit you?
No, there's no way. I'm not skinny enough to be in the National Guard. I can tell you that. Those guys are definitely in much better cardio shape than me. I was there for 30 minutes and I watched a guy run on the treadmill for 30 minutes, probably between 10 and 12 miles an hour.
That is wild.
For 30 minutes nonstop.
That is wild.
To be a recon Marine, you have to do 3 miles in under 18 minutes.
Dang.
That is okay. Well, I'm not going to be becoming a recon Marine anytime soon. I can tell you that.
I can tell you that.
I can tell you
they
that.
wouldn't have you, Brijesh. You're too old. Once you're like 27, you can't join the Marines or 28.
Yeah, well, I'm about to be 30 here in a second.
You could join Marine officer training school.
I can't be a Navy SEAL anymore. Is that what you're saying? Are you crushing
I'm positive.
If we
I
have
can't
any
be a-
Marines watching this, what is your favorite crayon to eat?
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I'm pretty sure they could tell you the flavors of each crayon too.
No,
right?
we had a bunch of Marines that were in the police force with us, and that was definitely my favorite question.
Dude, they are
Especially when they
awesome.
did some
They're
dumb
sick.
shit. I had one that worked organized crime with me, and he was
Was
he was like a
organized?
damn pit bull, bro.
God.
I used to put him. Say if we were to pull a car over, usually if we know like the perpetrator is going to be in the passenger side, they're going to dart off on the passenger side. So we'd have somebody on our passenger side so they can
Intercept.
get a direct shot at him instead of us having to run around the car to get to him. So he was the one that I put in my car, and
Does he want to come on the pod? We'd love to.
I think he moved.
Oh,
He
okay.
moved. He left. He moved, and he ended up working at Starbucks.
What?
Wild enough, yeah. I'm like Starbucks.
Yeah,
And this
in the
dude, I'm
union.
talking about this dude is jacked and probably the nicest human being until he gets pissed off. It's like
Yeah.
something switches.
A good content thing would be like you know how there's people in like the Northeast that are in unions for like day laborers and stuff, and like welders and electricians and stuff like that. A good one would be them, but they're all working at the Starbucks union.
Starbucks. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, that'd be a
That'd be a funny skit.
That would be a funny skit. 100% that'd be a funny skit.
We just integrated with the Longshoremen's Union in Boston. Well, my current event is Donald Trump really wants Greenland.
Oh, I was going to talk about Greenland. I guess we can.
Yeah, we'll transition to it. I asked you what your current event was, and
I'm
you just
just
went
here-
complete doe-eyed.
Because it's like.
You were just waiting for the hunter to take the shot and take you out of this world. Like
like
Bambi's mom or
your
something.
Your story is funny, though.
Brijesh, what's your current event?
Greenland!
Like a deer. You just went deer in headlights on me. So he spoke at Davos today, and he said he's not going to pursue it through military force, but they've been threatening all week to do counter tariffs against each other, the EU versus the US. And then today he said he's not going to do any tariffs on them, so the economy went up when he said that, and he has dragged the economy down. But he's creating a lot of chaos in the markets.
Isn't that his like go-to move?
He called banks, or he called credit cards for over 10% interest usury instead of APR or anything that, which is like an old school term for debt payment and whatnot.
God.
It's how you don't escape debt, because the usury and the accruing interest and the compounding interest on your debts, usually people don't realize that. That's why you have to get a table that says how much your monthly payment's going to be, how much the total payment will be when you pay it off. So you're going to get a car at 7%, you're probably going to pay like $42,000 for a $32,000 car. I mean, that's not the math, but like everyone knows what I mean. At the end of a
Yeah.
deal for like
get
buying
it.
a car, you get 4 blocks that say, what does this agreement actually mean? And like previously, you imagine buying a house before computers, like someone had to manually calculate that.
So you're saying this was like a Freudian split?
A Freudian. Are you thinking of a banana split right
Maybe
now?
I am. Maybe I am. That's my Freudian.
Maybe you're thinking about
That's
Will
my
Smith,
Freudian-
pole to pole.
Oh, check it out.
I
Disney Plus.
No, Hulu.
The Disney Plus and Hulu.
Yeah, true.
So Nuke is in Greenland. I don't know if I'm saying that right. N-U-U-K. It's like one of the I think it's the capital of Greenland or the biggest city in Greenland.
Yeah.
But all the people in Greenland are making fun of the U.S. So they were like, if we're going to be part of America, we should just act like Americans. So it's a bunch of Greenlanders doing the fent lean, like. That's all they do, which I thought was pretty funny.
That is funny, dude.
They got us. You cooked us on that one, Danon.
So I looked into Greenland and like what the legitimacy of us taking it would be. It's technically ours since the 1950s.
Oh, okay, Bert.
Technically, it's been ours. No, Denmark has its right to it for the last 800 years. But I mean, come on, our guns are bigger. Denmark, you can say whatever you want.
Hell yeah,
I
Brijesh.
can't like you didn't defend. You could not defend Greenland when Germany attacked.
You're making Cash Patel look like AOC right now, backing Donald Trump that hard. All you need is a lazy eye. You'd be all over it. Say, I want you
How
to
much cocaine do you think
time
he
out.
does, dude?
I want
Speaking
you
of
to,
Indian politicians, have y'all seen the new
Dude, you just jumped so hard. You jumped so far.
I forget what state he's from, but he's the goofiest looking motherfucker.
He's got the weirdest hair. He has like
Anyone can
John
do it.
Edwards hair from 2004. I can't think of his name. Brijesh, put a picture of him right here.
He's unmistakable.
I'm about to
dude.
look him up. Give me a second. I believe his name's Sri Thanadar.
The guy with the goofy bowl cut.
The goofy bowl cut.
Painted
I think
on
his,
eyebrows.
his eyebrows been drawn on.
Yeah.
Face really tight. Sounds like he learned English like 2 weeks ago.
Ooh, Jesus, LD, you're pulling no punches on this guy.
What do you do to you? But it's yeah, you're right, dude. Anyone can get elected. Anyone can get elected.
I was just listening to him. I was like, who voted for this?
He looks like a guy that we know who runs his, like, if he was married, we know who runs his house.
Yeah, and
That's
he,
what will
I
say.
believe like the reason he's even made the news now is because his big thing is like trying to abolish ICE.
Yes, he said it can't be reformed. It needs to be abolished.
Yeah.
Okay, but these politicians, even though this is going to be a big money grab for him, dude. He's going to be set for life. Like, he'll get in.
Yeah, that's why he got voted in. He said
Yeah.
abolish ICE, and everybody's like,
Just saying all
yes.
right things. You know what I mean? Oh, you're brown.
You
you're
once
this,
you
you're
once you go
that.
to the extreme
Yeah.
level of it, that's when people are like, absolutely, we need to abolish this.
Even-
it's like you are getting some baddies out. All right.
Yeah.
Like, should you reform it and start looking into finding better ways to do it? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't do a no-knock warrant and drag a naked guy out of his house. At 5
Exactly.
a.m.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Does
but
not
did you-
look good?
Yeah.
Did you see the report about Chris Hansen, the latest stings that he's been doing? Almost all of them have been illegal immigrants.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
care. They don't care because it's like in different cultures, it is completely normal for like a 14, 15-year-old girl. Oh, she texts you. Okay, cool. I'm coming over. There's no set norms. Usually, it's like either autistic people, Indian guys, like Pakistanis, or like whatever.
Is that normal for you?
For me, it's normal for you. No, but it's no, it's weird, dude. I mean, it's just Chris Hansen walks in and they're like, they see no problem. They bring pizza, they bring everything. We're having a good time.
They're like, oh, you're coming too?
Dad's here. I guess we're getting married.
Is he doing it with ICE?
No, he's just like the latest things that he's had for these pedophiles. They've all been illegal immigrants, is what he said here. Pretty recent. I can see.
So he's in
I know.
God's work.
Sometimes those shows are pretty wild where they're like, we've been communicating with this guy for 28 weeks. And we finally got
just
him to come
catfishing
out.
this guy.
Yeah.
15-year-old.
Yeah, basically.
Have you seen? So they have like there's a bunch of different like YouTube, not YouTube, but Instagram pages that's what they make their money off of, is setting these guys up. They'll get them in Walmart and then just start yelling. It's like, this guy's a pedophile.
No.
And then they'll start beating the crap out of them.
To Catch a Predator, some of the stuff is so wild from like the early 2000s that you're going to show it to someone in 28 years and they're going to say, how did this on TV? Like, I remember there was one that was extremely wild that Chris Hansen talks about. And I believe the guy like immediately got naked and then covered himself in whipped cream and came around.
There's a video that I actually just saw today of this guy. When they arrested him, he was in a diaper. Not just any diaper, a diaper that he had shit in.
Ew.
A diaper that he had shit in. He's just chilling on the couch, just diaper full of shit. And they were like, "Can you put on a clean diaper?"
Guess between that and the bare feet, I don't think I'm getting a Wingstop after this.
God, no, dude.
He doesn't get it.
No. It's like, just imagine you are a grown adult. I mean, okay, first of all, you're sick enough to even show up to somebody's house at 16. Something's already wrong with you, dude. Something's already wrong with you. But okay, I know this is going to be a big jump.
Hey, man, don't judge people's kinks.
Why did you?
So you're going to judge.
Yeah, we are judging.
We are 100%
judging.
I'm just kidding.
We're 100% judging.
There's a
definitely
firm line.
There's definitely some kinks that you can judge.
All right,
and I think
what,
shitty diapers and fucking kids is one of
There
them.
was just one thing I want to bring up. I know like most politicians are like, they're really shitty. There's two that I will vouch for. Thomas Massey from Kentucky and Ro Khanna from California. Those two are the only people that have been actively trying to get the Epstein files released. Everybody else is gone. Marjorie Taylor Greene's no longer running. Bobart, who is the other one? Lauren Boebert, something like that.
Lauren Boebert, was she
Really big rag.
Stop.
Dude, she is disgusting.
She really went down the rabbit hole at that play. She really ended her career at that play.
You don't know who I'm talking
I don't
about.
know.
Well, LD, that'll be a good research topic for you for next week.
Abu
Lord
Ghraib
Boebert
and
Boebert the play.
Yeah, dude.
What?
You'll thank us later.
We'll tell you about it.
I feel like
afterwards.
I've heard the play one. Was
She went on a date and there was like cameras and she was like doing stuff you should only do in the bedroom in the middle of the audience in the play because it was pitch black. And then she got kicked out of the play not for doing that because no one could see, but because she was blowing like fat vape clouds in the middle of this play.
oh
And
god, she's hot.
As hell, dude.
She wouldn't have been caught if she didn't blow a vape cloud, but she blew a vape cloud and she got kicked out of the play. And then she denied it, I believe, allegedly, and they reviewed the videotape and then they saw all this other
They saw other shit.
and it was like a first date too. And I believe they were both it did not seem that they were sober, but I'm not alleging that. That is stuff that's been insinuated by other ex-users.
Because they okay, dude, check this out. Check this out.
All right, Brijesh.
Okay,
we
yeah,
will
She's slick a smoke show.
Yeah, okay. But when I tell you they were aggressively going at it, dude, they were
Oh, they got the video?
Yes, they were frisking.
We'll go through it. You can bring us all the facts next week.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, so there are a couple good ones still left that are not trying to like just make money and get rich. And they are very few and just like under 5, in my opinion. Like only like less than 5 like representatives, Congress people actually care about the state of the United States.
So speaking of the Epstein files in the state of the United States, I saw that Bill and Hillary Clinton have refused to appear before Congress. They may be able to be criminally charged with contempt of Congress for not testifying about the Epstein files. And their sentence would be a maximum 1 year in prison or a maximum $100,000 fine.
So gross, dude.
So the squad
like nothing to
Democrats actually switched sides to vote for them to be held in contempt of Congress. If they are held in contempt of Congress, then they could be forwarded for criminal prosecution. They could be convicted. Their sentence could be light. Their sentence could be the maximum of what I just said. Or at the end of this, Donald Trump could probably pardon both of them, which I think would be a very likely scenario.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, aren't they all like close friends?
Yes.
They run in the same circles.
But this brings up the point of like, let's say Nixon is like, is it good for you to do that to criminally prosecute and set the precedent that you could criminally prosecute former presidents for anything? Like, where does the line draw for presidential immunity? I am not advocating for presidential immunity. I think they should have to testify and say what they know. Now, they could go to testify and they could just plead the fifth, which is just wild that they just didn't do that. But
well, it's like the severity of this case. It is.
This is what they need to do. They need to drop the Epstein files, then right after, drop the UAB stuff. And then I wonder which one the world would be distracted by the most.
John Stewart
UAP.
said today, you can't hold the Clintons to a different standard. So if you're going to release files about the Clintons, you got to release them about everybody, which I'm a firm believer in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, we live in a 2-tier like justice system. You got money, you can get out of everything. You don't have money, sucks to suck. Pay your taxes, pay your parking tickets. And oh, by the way, you're poor, you're this, you're going to be abused, and you have no rights.
Tip your waiter. Have that IPA.
Be nice to each other. Left and right really doesn't matter, man.
No.
You got actual lizards running this stuff. Not lizard people, but like actually like disgusting human beings.
All right. Well, we've talked about the present. Let's talk about the past. Move into my Roman Empire.
There we go. And this week we got a good one. You want to start us off?
No, I need to look something up real quick. But you guys can start for my Roman Empire. I came unprepared.
I'll start. In the early 1800s, European royalty used to have like almost pet midgets. They used to just have as like a fashion statement.
Little people is the preferred term.
Okay, little people.
They suffer from dwarfism, right?
Yeah, dwarfism. Is that what?
Dwarfs, yeah.
What do they call that in Game of Thrones? What do they call him? They call him the not nymph. They call him something else. I'm gonna keep going, but I'm gonna look this up.
But yeah. So instead of a Louis Vuitton bag, they have a little person. That's the thing about little people, though. Like if you say little person,
Louis
are you
Vuitton,
talking about?
yeah.
I mean, you could be talking about a kid.
Yeah, but not in this instant. No, we're talking about a dwarf. Full on. We know he's not a kid.
What is the
got a
correct
four-beard.
term nowadays?
Little person.
Little person.
Okay, height challenged. I don't know.
Vertically challenged.
Vertically challenged. I don't know.
But yeah, so
Sorry to the little people community.
to all of them.
If you'd like to come on and educate us, we'd love to have you on. We just had someone on that had a disability that was blind. If you haven't seen that episode, please go back and watch. Continue.
Yes, please. Also, if you just want to walk around me for the day, that'd be cool. We can bring it back.
we're taking it back.
The only thing I'd request is that you guys wear matching outfits like twins with Danny DeVito.
Absolutely.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Absolutely.
What did that night do to you? He what did he? No. But what do you think he did to you? He
Punked me.
He punked you. What if you're punking the whole entire community right now?
No, I'm not doing
They're coming
that.
after.
I'm not doing that.
The term in Game of Thrones is they call them imps.
Imps.
IMP. Imp.
That sounds so much more derogatory.
Yes, I know.
Way more derogatory.
I think that's why they called him that.
Yeah, makes sense.
I think they were.
We need to make
They were
a,
not
They were.
PC.
They were.
They were not
They were
PC back
insulting
then.
Tyrion. They weren't.
we need to make an AI video with Sora and do PIMP by 50 Cent, but do IMP.
By 50 Cent.
Yeah, no, by Tyrion Lannister.
Say less.
Right? Tyrion
This
Lannister.
is
That's right.
why we have
Lannister.
AI. This is why we have
Lannister.
AI now.
Lannister.
But okay, so they had a lot of old people.
Yeah,
What
so
would
that
they
was
do
like
with-
their fashion statement. They would just have them walk around with them, and that was like the it thing.
What a wild flex.
Could you imagine like Kim Kardashian and them just having like a little person walk with them?
Would not be surprised.
On the red carpet all the time as like their fashion statement.
Yeah, would you be surprised? And she would probably say it in a way that's like, "Oh, I'm advocating for their lives."
When was Roald? What year was Willy Wonka written? I wonder if that was
long
around that
ago.
time. That's what I'm saying. But it wasn't 1800s though. I was about to say, I wonder if that's where they got that little concept from.
I will fact check this.
Dude, Willy Wonka is a wild story. Now that you're like older, looking back at it,
Yeah.
you enslaved the entire population, make them work in your factory for nothing.
They willingly did it.
yeah, willingly. It
was-
willingly stuck in a factory.
It was
making
written in
chocolate.
1964, and the title of the book
Okay.
is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Okay, that was way after the 1800s then.
Yeah. I'm so surprised Wonka didn't give them the factory, the ones working there. Find a ring. Would that piss you off if you're working there, you want to go back home?
Well, that wasn't the case. Apparently, where they lived was bad, and the one with Johnny Depp, and then he brought him over.
So,
So
a
it was-
white savior came in
That's
and took care of
basically
him. I don't know.
some weirdo came over and like, come make chocolate for me.
Well, sweet. Okay,
Y'all
that's
could
it.
sing songs and make chocolate all day.
God, to make them sing songs, dude. Oh my God. Okay, well, that's been an awesome fact. That is actually, I would have loved to see it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually love to see it if I lived back then. Okay, so my Roman Empire, we're gonna be focused on a Japanese man who survived 2 nuclear bombs, and only 2 nuclear bombs have ever been dropped on a human population before. And what are the chances, again, for
Is
surviving?
his name Hugh
Hugh Williams?
Hugh Williams.
Could be, dude. Probably the same bloodline.
I thought that was a bad story. That's one of the better clips for the next episode. I saw that.
Dude, you're such a hater.
I know.
Dude. Such a
But we'll see how it actually does.
Oh wow!
We'll see the views. Get those views up on the Hugh Williams
Salt
clip.
on it. Okay, so we're talking about another lucky man.
I
So
hope somebody named Hugh Williams comments is like, my life sucks.
get on the boat, baby. He'll turn it around. Okay, so August 6th, 1945, a 29-year-old named Yamaguchi. I'm so gonna mess his name up. Satomo Yamaguchi-san. He was a 29-year-old engineer that worked for Mitsubishi. He was in
Mr. Bishi?
Mr. Bishi.
I'm playing.
He was in Hiroshima when the first bomb dropped. Somehow survived that. He had like severe like injuries, man. Like you're like,
Well, I'm sure.
yeah, you're basically irradiated. You somehow survived the bomb. You survived all the collapsing buildings. Got out of rubble. 3 days later, goes to Nagasaki where he lives, and he's telling his boss the reason I couldn't make the deal is because someone dropped a sun on the city does not exist anymore. Like imagine explaining to somebody what a nuclear bomb is and what it caused. Yo,
Say no more.
I was so about to do an Asian accent.
Y'all are wild.
So about to do it.
This one's really gone off the rails. This has been a fun episode.
This has been a fun episode. But yeah, so and what's crazy is documented as he's explaining to his boss the second bomb First bomb was called Little Boy. Second bomb was called Fat Man. Goes off at 8:15 in the morning as he's explaining to his boss. Survives that too. And then I just, like, I don't know. How do you survive? I mean, I'm really happy he did, but it's just like the trauma.
Then his
from that.
granddaughter wins at the Olympics. His last name's Yamaguchi.
Okay.
City Yamaguchi, y'all remember there?
Yes. I got
I'm kidding.
That would have been such a pull, dude.
I forgot,
Mary Z. Williams. Oh my god.
I forgot the Olympics were this year. They're doing the Winter Olympics this year.
It's here soon, yeah.
Where's it at? It's gonna be.
I believe it's in South Korea. I could be. I think I'm wrong on that.
You know what event that I like that I just found out about with Winter Olympics is the skiing, where you ski and then have to shoot the rifle. What's that? It's like a triathlon type.
That is kind of
Pentathlon?
Pentathlon.
I will look that up.
That's pretty cool.
You know what I like? Women's bobsled.
Excuse me. The Olympics this year will be in Italy. And now I will look up
Italy.
what is the sport where you shoot the rifle in.
A bibbidi bobbidi.
Ooh, got it, dude. You got it. Women. Whatever. The you know what a bobsled is? You know what I'm talking about, right? Where they like lay on.
Do
the
you
bellies.
know what a bobsled is?
Come on. Y'all seen Cool Runnings?
You know what's wild? How does
Have you
the
seen
Jamaican
Cool-
team?
Burjesh, have you
no, I've
seen
not,
Cool
I've not.
Runnings?
I've not. But how do you have a Jamaican team that they dominated, man? They absolutely dominated. But yeah, I love women's bobsledding. It is awesome. For those of you who know, you know, and you know why.
Yeah.
LD, that sport is called the biathlon.
Biathlon.
Which is only shooting a rifle and cross-country skiing.
Only.
Which that's very tough to
Well,
do
that's why
because
it's
you know
called bi.
because I mean if you're out of breath and you have to control your breathing while you shoot, I can only imagine how difficult it is.
I mean, it's impressive. At the end of the day, yeah, you're like going for miles. Slow down, take a shot, miss like
That and they had the pistol shooting one because they had the Turkish guy that would
Yeah.
you just close the eye just
everyone else had fancy.
Yeah, they had,
like fucking like spy kids goggles.
Spy
and stuff.
Kids goggles. He
Yeah.
just went over there, took a puff of a cigarette and was just like,
Dude, it instantly became a meme. Okay, yeah, I'm looking forward to that, dude. Italy, that'll be fun. You want to go?
No. Nope. Too cold for me. I'd rather go to the Summer Olympics. I'm pissed that I was going to go to Tokyo Olympics and then COVID happened. I'm really glad I didn't go.
when's the
Screw
World
you,
Cup? The
COVID.
World Cup's here this year, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in America this year. And,
Really?
yeah, it's all over North America. Like they're playing in Mexico City, Boston.
Yeah, you have to put in like for a draw for your tickets, so you don't know. I mean,
Or
you
pay $10,000.
or that too. Yeah.
Yeah, that worked. That is so
Jesus.
cool.
All right, you got your fact, or you want me to get? Or you just?
Or, yeah, I
went?
just
Sorry,
want
to
it was
went.
just
Fact.
so unrememberable.
Okay, but to sum her up, Yamaguchi survived 2 nuclear bombs. It's like it's
What are the chances?
What are the chances?
What are his injuries?
This is like psychological injuries, but I'm pretty sure he didn't die of cancer or anything like that. Didn't die of any burns or anything long term because he lived to be, dude. The guy's still alive right now. Or no, he died in
Brijesh.
2010.
Brijesh, I'll go.
It's 100 years. He lived 100 years, dude.
Brijesh, I'll go next. Do you want to look up what are the chances in human history that you were at the same site for the nuclear bomb?
Doing it right now.
So we talked about last week. We talked about Hugh Williams, the luckiest man alive, and now we're talking about this guy, the
unluckiest man?
Yeah.
So the probability of surviving 2 nukes, 1 in 2 million. 1 in 2 million people could survive
1 in 2 million
survive 2
people.
nukes.
I think that might be the chances if you were in Japan during that time. I guess that's what it's saying. He was one of the 2 million people probably in the population during World War II.
Oh, there's more. It's still giving me more answers. It's actually 1 in 20 million plus, and this is a more strict assumption.
That he survived the nuke, or would it be that he was at both nukes? What did you ask it?
I asked what is the probability of surviving 2 nuclear blasts,
Okay.
and this is what it gave me. I guess if I rearrange the question,
It's
a little
probably,
bit,
I guess, like if you rearrange the question, it would probably be 1 times the other. So it would be 1 times 1 out of 2 million times 1 out of 2 million.
it's whatever.
That's got to be the answer. There's no way it's 1 out of 20
Here,
million.
you know what? Let me fix up the question while you tell us what you're doing.
Okay. My Roman history fact, something that's been on my mind, is $100 bills really only come out when there is debaucherous activity. I've seen a lot of wild stuff happen at a club with $100 bills and whatnot. People buying bottles and, just wild stuff going on with $100 bills. So I was thinking, is this Benjamin Franklin guy really that clean? Turns out he's not. Turns out the $100 bill is the most debaucherous denomination. So Ben Franklin arrived in France in 1776, during, which you may know as the American Revolution, to ask for diplomacy, be like, why don't you join this thing? We should go up against the English. Turns out that he was just there to party, and he was hitting on women 50 years younger than him.
Oh, my God.
And he was known...
All right.
Yeah, he was known in social circles for not caring about diplomacy. Like, hey, Ben, you want to talk about this? No, I'd rather talk to her real quick. Like that.
Not right now, dude.
So he's going around all these parties. He was
a dog.
So the worst part about this was not only was he doing this, all the French women thought it was very amusing because of how old he was. And so he would go around, and he got the nickname Notre Dame for going around and doing this. And he developed a deep friendship. And he would constantly propose to these women, even though he was also married at the time. So he's trying to get his second wife in France while they're thinking that he's over there. And he literally told, like, John Adams corresponded with him, was like, how's it going? He's like, doing great. I'm doing my due diligence. I'm just like really putting in the work right now. Yeah, he was on trying to pick up French women and not do any diplomacy for the U.S.
Sounds like our politicians today.
But, you hear so many good stories about Benjamin Franklin, that he was a kid and he did this, or, he discovered electricity. He discovered this. He's like half of every Nick Cage movie about National Treasure. But really, he was just over there playing chess, listening to music, drinking wine, going to rich people's estates. And he had so many pursuits that his time over there is very well known. Like, he lived thousands of bachelor parties all at once, is what I will say about this. Keep it classy for Ben Frank. Too soon?
No, not too soon. I don't know if it tells you the part where he's the person hosting him. He seduces his wife and then kicks the husband out.
Ben Franklin did this.
BF.
No, I did not. It doesn't say that.
Yeah, Ben Franklin took his wife. That like, it is what it is. I mean, of course, now to know his whole history, he's wild. Do you know what technically would have probably started the American War between us and the British?
No, tell me. Lay it on me.
So apparently when Ben Franklin was in Parliament, somebody called him fat. Everybody started laughing. And he's like, you'll see this, motherfuckers. Like, he goes on.
Well, like, do you know,
somebody called him fat. That's the reason why we go to war.
To not have a grocery store, to have to walk everywhere,
Yeah.
to do everything by hand. Do you know how hard it would be to be fat? Like, to do everything like that? You'd have to have a crew of people waiting on you hand and foot.
Yes, dude. And then you're 50 years old. You can still, like, get it up. That's impressive.
Me and Ben Frank.
And then it's like, there's no other reason that we want independence from Britain because blah, blah, blah taxes. It's because they called me fat. You're about to see this motherfucker. Like, you're about to get it.
You about to find out.
Real fat ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ben Franklin just really running it up on Americans' dime, truly paving the way for modern American diplomacy. Because that's all I imagine being a diplomat is. Half of it's got to be partying.
What was his famous experiment with the lightning and the kite?
And he tied a key to it. And lightning
Apparently, it wasn't even his discovery.
Oh, really?
He stole
took
it.
credit for
That sounds about right.
He stole the story.
That's stealing people's inventions as American as apple pie.
Exactly. That's so somebody got struck by lightning and he paid him off and said, "This is my story now."
Hell yeah,
dude. I mean, that's America. That's America. So let me get back to the stats real quickly about.
Okay. But remind me the guy's name.
Yamaguchi.
Yamaguchi.
So Yamaguchi. So this time I asked him about like, hey, like, what are the chances of? Okay, so what are the chances of traveling to 2 nuclear sites and then surviving 2 nuclear bombs in the span of the 3 days? It still gave me 1 in 2 million, so that's whatever. Then I asked him, what are the chances of getting struck by lightning or winning the lottery? Mm-hmm. So, in comparison,
which has nothing to do with what we're talking
No, but
about.
it's like both of those are rare events, right?
Yep.
So that's what my thinking was. So I asked him, like, what's more likely, getting struck by lightning or getting
winning the lottery,
or being exposed to like 2 nuclear bombs? You have 130 times more chance of getting struck by lightning than experiencing 2 nuclear bombs, but it's 143 times harder to win the Powerball. And you're more likely to see 2 nuclear bombs go off before you win the jackpot.
I just hope, like all the memes on Twitter, the next test that God needs to give me is a ridiculous amount of money to see if I can handle it.
I love that meme, yeah.
That's one of the smartest things someone's written about the English language.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like a next test from God. Give me a lot of money.
So that has been our Roman history segment. We're going to move into our boy bossing too close to the sun moment that we had this week.
Sweet.
Boy bossing too close to the sun, a moment where you flew a little too close to the sun like Icarus. Who would like to start?
I'll go ahead and start. Mine wasn't this week. It was Actually, since we're about to have a snowstorm coming
We'll
in
allow
now,
it.
Yeah, since we're about to have a snowstorm, it reminded me of a story back when I was living at my old house I was renting from. Power went out, and usually when the power goes out, you want to leave your water running so your pipes don't freeze. Mm-hmm. Well, we did that, me and the girl that I was dating at the time, and then we stayed with our parents for a few weeks, and we had to go grab some clothes. When we went back to the house, I was kind of worried if I left the water running or not. I was like, I think I did. Mm-hmm. And I could hear the water running, so I was like, all right, I did. But then I go to the guest room that we had, and sure enough, through the ceiling, the water was just pouring in. The pipe had busted. And the
tough.
water that I left on in the shower and the sink were still running. I did leave the water on, but the heater that we had was electric.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the house was still cold, so the water was still frozen.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So if you guys have a electric heater, figure out a way to keep your house warm here this snowstorm coming up. Otherwise, your pipes will bust.
An electric heater, like electric blower for your furnace?
Well, no, it was
electric hot water heater?
It was electric hot water heater. So if you don't have a gas one, I would look into either switching or figuring out some type of way to keep your house warm.
Time out. So like you left the water running and still.
Well, the water still was cold. You leave the water running to keep it warm. But if the house is cold,
yeah,
because you want the hot water running. But if the water's not hot,
it
it's
doesn't
going to
make a
bust.
difference then.
So if you have an electric one, I would probably recommend cutting the water off. If you go out in front of your house, there's a tool that you can use. You can just cut the water off.
A water key.
Water key. That's it.
There we go. For those of you who are handy and own property,
lefty loosey, righty tighty.
Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be so cold for the snowstorm past when this video comes out. They're talking about the trees in Minnesota may start to crack from the inside out.
Is that the exploding trees?
Yes.
I saw that. Yeah.
So then, if you go on Twitter and you say exploding trees, there's a bunch of community notes where they're like, technically they're not exploding because there's no ignition source. It's like, okay, dude, but the trees,
Minnesota can't stay out the damn news.
Yeah,
the tree's gonna crack and like fall over, like branches may break. We got 2 inches of ice, maybe 18 inches of snow. Somebody come up with a forecast. If I see the word European model again or Ryan Hall y'all on my feed, I'm gonna lose it.
God, dude. And then what is supposed to be 2 degrees on Monday?
Yeah, it's gonna be 2 degrees on Monday here.
That's awesome. Can't wait for that, man.
They're talking about like they have the eye of the storm, like the eye of the hurricane. It's supposed to be like negative 50 in certain places in Canada.
Damn. Awesome, dude.
So this was my boy Bossin Too Close to the Sun. The whole reason I bring this up, I had a flat tire today and I had to go to a tire shop here in Memphis. So it was raining outside and the guy like took his sweet ass time like checking out my car outside. So we're just standing in the pouring rain. And I was like, "Are you about done?" And he was like, "No." We had been like looking at the tires of my car for like 2 minutes. I was like, "Dude, there's a nail in this tire. Just replace the tire or patch it or plug it." And so finally the guy goes, "We wouldn't be in this rain. You want to know why?" And I go, "Why?" And he goes, "Because Elon Musk is the one who's controlling the weather." And I was like, at that moment, I was so pissed. I wanted to be like, "Put the fries in the bag." Like I was like, that's where I was like, "Hey man, that's crazy. So what do you think about this tire?" Like, if you're a customer service person, I love you to death. I love a smile on your face. I love a hi, how you doing? That's it. I don't need anything else unless I'm eating out. Do you want to know how the meal was or something like that? There's so many customer service people like, "Hey, you know about the weather in this Elon Musk data center?" I was like, "What are you talking about, dude?"
Okay, you know what? Talking about customer service, that reminds me of a story.
But he was insinuating that Elon Musk had personally cloud seeded this storm for some sort of personal gain.
At least he entertained it.
They have had. I've heard people talk about this. They send drones into the clouds in order to make them rain because they do. The company I work for, we sold XAI some facility services and uniforms, and they use water to cool down the computers there. They have like these big tubes, and they pump water through like the tubes in order to keep the computers cool. So that's where that comes from.
Would not be surprised if cloud seeding was a thing. In Texas,
people have talked about it.
Yeah, torrential rain that came down, they were kind of attributing to the actual like cloud seeding that happened about a week prior. And then Saudi Arabia, the driest place on the earth,
But it's way more nuanced.
Yes.
Don't just listen to 30 seconds. Listen
Shout
to
out-
the whole video.
Shout out the comments.
But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But I get the feeling Elon Musk is probably not cloud seeding here in Memphis. It does suck that you're there sitting in the rain.
Shout out Xavier. You didn't know I was going to be on a podcast to tell everybody that you.
Why did you shout out his name,
Hey,
dude?
I don't care. I'm not doxing him or anything. I didn't say what tire center he works at. I didn't tell you, that he did a really good job. I was in and out in 45 minutes, but
And he gave you a great
Took him 45 minutes?
Great story.
it took him 45 minutes to replace my tire. There's a line.
Oh, okay.
I was like the 8th person. I thought that was pretty good for 8.
is really good.
They had one lady walk in. She just sat down. She's like, "Is anyone going to help me?" Then he goes, "Ma'am, usually when you need service, you come to the counter. If you sit down, I don't know which car is yours." And she was like, "That's a very good answer. I have something in my tire." Good point. And I was like, "Man,
That's the first time that's ever worked.
Yes, but she sat down and she just expected them to come over and bend their knee and be like, "Ma'am, is there anything wrong with
How
your
may
car?"
I assist you?
Yes, exactly.
Dude, okay. Well, I mean, shout out Xavier then. Good job.
Shout out Xavier.
And we'll get to the bottom of what Elon Musk is doing.
I just want to be clear. It's Xavier, not
Xavier.
X Xavier. It's not Charles X Xavier, School of the Gifted, X-Men.
Dude, it probably belongs there.
Was it spelled with a Z?
No.
Oh, you
Then
know,
it was Xavier then.
No, it's not Xavier. The word is Xavier. If your name is Xavier, your name is not X Xavier. Your name is Xavier. They don't call the school Xavier, or they don't call the school X Xavier. They call it Xavier.
you know what? Get on Grok and find out. And also ask Grok if Elon Musk is cloud seeding in Memphis.
I might ask
Comments.
I
Is
might
it
ask it.
Xavier or Xavier?
I might ask it. What's the saddest thing you asked it last year? I want to be very clear.
I hate that we share an account.
I know what it was, and I cannot read it on the pod. Oh my God, this man's throwing up over here.
I think I know what you found, dude.
No, it wasn't super duper bad. I think
I'm gonna have to go to ghost mode
the
now.
summary of it.
I
said
think you
just-
should say it. That way
Yeah,
he'll edit
the
it.
summary of it was you were like, you asked it what your biggest mistake in life was and what you should tell your younger self to correct said mistake.
Yeah, no, let's not. I guess what it is. You know what? We don't even have to talk about.
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
We don't even have to talk about.
How
it.
would Grok even know that?
You know what? I'm just shooting out there, dude. We're paying so much money for Grok. I'm gonna ask it. Any
Grok
question.
is free, bro.
No, we didn't get the
No,
free one.
we got the premium one.
Oh, okay.
Because you like at a certain point you hit your limit.
Yeah.
I don't.
You're asking too many questions. You're asking too many questions.
I don't talk to it enough. I guess.
Don't worry. You're not.
I'll just
missing
switch
that.
apps. There's like 5 different apps. You can just use all of them for
Your
free.
boy Bossin Too Close to the sun.
So my boy Bossin Too Close to the sun. My week's been fantastic, and legitimately the highlight of this week has been my brother getting. Okay, you know what? This is actually hilarious. This would be his boy Bossin Too Close to the sun. So my brother just recently, he is a proud owner of a liquor store downtown. Check out Corkscrew. And this is his second day. He's checking inventory. He's stocking everything. 2 people walk in. And I'm going to tell you who they are. And there's 3. there's 3 people working in the store. As soon as they walk in, they're very quiet, walking around shelves, checking out things. One friend goes to the back. The other friend goes into the other area. All eyes are on them. And I am 100% sure they walked out with a bottle. And it really it's just. I mean, of course, it's frustrating. What do? Do you actually confront them?
It's better than what they're gonna do here later.
Yeah.
Please tell me that y'all have some barriers in front of this door. Also, some legit cameras. Maybe
legit cameras.
because
Everything's.
I mean, just like they did Busters. I used to work for a security camera company, and liquor stores get hit quite a bit.
Yeah, this
They were backing into the they'll back into the front door and just start unloading. So if he doesn't have the barriers in front,
Yeah.
he's screwed.
we taught him how
yeah.
to drip his pipes tonight.
We did.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm really proud of him because this is it's his first business. It's a really big business. And that security thing's always in the back of my mind. It's really scary.
It's a
It doesn't matter.
necessity.
It is
here in
100%
Memphis.
is, dude.
If I ran a liquor store, I would
Also, air tags in the boxes of liquor.
That's a really good
Air
point.
tags in the boxes of liquor.
Yeah.
That way, it'd be easier to find them. Because what they'll do is, it's a bunch of kids that go steal it. They'll bring it to whatever apartment complex they do, give it to whoever it is, and they resell it.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. That's
to the people who can't go out because they can't drive, usually because they have warrants or whatever.
Yeah. So that's a delivery service. But
Damn,
yeah.
LD, you're really blowing up their spot.
No. LD, I really appreciate that.
People just trying to get some Henny in them for the storm.
Some Henny, a little bit of warmth. But yeah, shout out to my brother.
Henny, huh?
It's gonna be.
Are you
so
assuming
cold.
they're black?
No, I didn't say that. I like Hennessy.
Who walked,
You ask
into
anyone
that
who was-
store?
Maybe a banana cognac, bitch.
This is a funny story. I was on a cruise and I ordered straight Henny, no ice. And some guy was like, "Is that all you drink?" And I was trying to be cool, and I was like, "Yeah." And so then
I love Henny.
every time I
my
went to go
black side.
get a drink, the guy was like, he just wants Henny, no ice. That's all he drinks. And I was like, "Damn, I really got to stick to this thing." So then for this whole cruise, all I was drinking was Hennessy, and it was a very long cruise.
Was it fun? At least?
It was fun, but like by the end of it, I like for like a month I couldn't even look at a Hennessy bottle. It's so sick.
Yeah. Wasn't it like 80%? Like it is. Like,
That's like some of the first liquor that I drank was that and Tanqueray. That's what my pops had, so that's what I used to steal.
Are you telling me? I thought you were gonna say Hypnotic and Hennessy. You're making that Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, that really don't mix.
mine was what, Fireball and SWAT, or not SWAT. SWAT.
Okay, redo that one.
SWAT.
3, 2.
So mine, I think, was Fireball. The college liquor. Of course, it was horrible going down, but it's cheap.
You know what we drank a lot in college was freaking Jägermeister.
Really?
I hate that.
God, yellow cake is what we used to call it. I don't even know why, because it's not yellow, but that's what they called it. Some boys from Bolivar's like, "You want some yellow cake?" And I was like, "I don't know what the fuck that is." But
Yellow-
yeah, sure.
Yes, sir.
Yellow Cake is a brand of Shiraz, so I think
it?
it's maybe a joke that it's like you want some Dom, and that's really like Andre Champagne.
Do you know what the logo means?
Yeah, that's German, right? A Jägermeister.
No, you see, it has the deer. It's
Yeah.
like oh deer, and then it has the
I know what
cross.
you're
It's
talking- yeah.
supposed to be
Like a
oh
hunter's
dear.
prayer or
supposed,
something like that?
supposed to be oh dear God.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
You get it.
I get it now. I get
Yeah.
it. I see what they did there, and it looks sick as hell too.
Yeah, cool
Yeah.
logo. Terrible taste.
All right, we'll move into our childhood trauma segment. This is something that really sticks with you in your childhood that you have some trauma from that you cannot forget, whether it's a funny, sad, or you almost died memory on a scooter.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'll go first. My childhood trauma, we're going to have a winter snow. My whole family, besides myself, is from Wisconsin. So we went up to Wisconsin, and it was like the first time I remember meeting my grandmother. And my grandmother insisted we build a snowman. And so she did most of the work, and I barely helped. I think I was like maybe 7 or 8. And so I was really hungry, and she went inside to get some coal for the eyes, and she left me outside with this carrot. And I was so hungry, I was just looking at this carrot. So I ended up eating the carrot for the nose before my grandmother came back out. And then she was the most pissed off I've ever seen my grandmother in her life. After she was like, "What should we do for the nose? We're going to make a noseless snowman?" And she just would not let it go. And so forever I was known as the kid that ate the carrot off the snowman's face.
Can you paint this picture for us, like with more detail? Did you hug the snowman as you're like?
No, I pulled it off and ate it like Bugs Bunny, and then just threw
What's up, Doc?
yeah, through the butt end of it on
I used
the
to do that
ground.
with cold hot dogs
Cold hot dog.
when I was younger. Like
You
I
would
used
eat
to,
the butt of them?
I was like probably even before kindergarten. I was like, what's up, Doc? I used to, because I didn't like carrots, so
Yeah.
I'd bite the hot dog and throw it.
Okay, but you wouldn't just eat cold hot.
When I first met LD, he was always eating a hot dog, but there were 2 hot dogs in one bun. It was very disturbing.
Tell me this: Are you a fan of hot dogs?
I mean,
I love hot
I don't eat glizzies in public anymore.
What?
He's worried. He's officially reached Unk status.
Yeah, I
He's
gotta-
gonna video you. Next kid
watch
that
it.
night helmet's
gotta-
gonna take a picture of you.
I gotta cut it up before I eat it.
No, yeah, he's gonna press you with those
He
images.
caught Unk tripping.
Remember me?
So yeah, that was it. And then my grandmother settled down, and then she made something extremely delicious. And I ate so much of it that I ate way too much, and I ended up throwing up in her sink, and it wouldn't go down. And this was like all within like a 30-minute period. And she was like, "It'd be okay if he never comes back up here."
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
But I
whatever.
saw my grandmother many times after that, but it was just like a funny like story amongst our
I
family.
mean, around Christmas time or like any holiday seasons, how much do you have to do at your house? You got to make the food. You got to do everything. This little kid just eating the carrot, puking in my sink.
Same trip. I'm just like deflating my uncle's air mattress while him and my aunt are
Yeah,
asleep
I would
at
not
6
want you to
a.m.
come back anytime soon either, dude.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was shout out the Beal side of my family.
And I guess with my my childhood trauma, if we're gonna do like what is the snowstorm themed, my childhood trauma was our driveway when we lived out in Cordova completely frozen over. I thought, you know what, this would be a great slide. Let me slide down the driveway.
Like
So,
without a sled,
without
just
a
like
sled.
face first.
I slid down that driveway, dude. Destroyed my pajamas, all up my leg. I am like riddled with not holes, but like my entire like I have.
Look like you had escaped from an island.
I knew I immediately messed up as the first jagged rock cuts into me. My pants fall off.
You like went down a slip and slide where your dad didn't clean out the rocks.
Like that slide, and was it Boston or New York?
Yeah.
Where the
cop was
like
it's
the
not
account's
that
like, oh, that's
dangerous.
dangerous.
So I'm going down my driveway, dude. Reach the bottom, no more pants. So I'm like holding my junk, but I can't get up the driveway because it's snowing out, dude.
You're just Winnie the Pooh and running around your driveway naked.
Blood coming down my legs. Dude, it was not a good. It was not
This
a
is the
good.
part where Brijesh clips this like last 3 words into it. There's blood coming down my leg. I had no pants on.
That'd be the title.
Yeah.
That one time. But
Jesus,
yeah,
man.
that was my childhood trauma. It taught me a lesson not to ever do that again.
I bet.
Yeah.
Mine, I didn't really learn from. I antagonized a fight that ended up getting someone stabbed. Yeah.
What the fuck?
We were at
LD, these are supposed to be lighthearted.
lighthearted. You said traumatizing.
Were you in the background?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was in high school.
Okay. Were you in the back yelling like stab him, stab him?
No, it was
all right,
nothing
all
like that. But this is what happened. So
his ass, see bass.
you know, these 2 girls were about to get in a fight. It was this Mexican chick. She was missing her front tooth, and then a girl that I've seen beat up 2 other girls at like the movie theater in like middle school. So I was like, I got my money on Robin.
So we're talking about the champion versus the first round contender.
Exactly. And so I'm like in Robin's there. I was like, you need to beat this bitch. Like, you got her. Like, cause they're all going out.
And then she pulled out a knife and
No,
stabbed his
let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish. So they end up getting in a fight.
Yeah.
She beats the Mexican girl like I expected, and I'm like, that's my girl. You know, she wasn't my girl, but like, represent. Like, cause we went to the same school.
Yeah.
Let me guess. The other girl got very pissed.
She got upset and grabbed a knife and ended up stabbing her.
Like how long a knife? Like a kitchen knife, a butcher knife?
Like
A
it
pocket knife?
was like a pocket knife, and ended up stabbing her in the gut.
Yeah.
And then me and my buddies ended up having to get the knife from the girl, and it wasn't a very nice way that we did that.
Did you end up having to testify?
I'll tell you how I got the knife away from him, but I don't. So after the girl stabbed, I'm yelling at her. I'm dog cussing. I was like, "You stupid bitch!" She still has a knife in her hand, and so I'm like, and a buddy of mine is behind her. What name should I give him? I'll call him John. I don't want to put his name out there because he's a
Travarius.
Yeah. So Travarius is behind her, keep getting her attention because he was gonna grab her from behind, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just dog cussing her like, you bitch, all this other stuff, like talking crap to her. She's coming at me with the knife, and as soon as she starts coming towards me, that's when Travarius grabs her from behind and grabs her wrist, and we pin her up against a car. And then my other buddy comes up, and he's a
Strong guy.
He's a very short-tempered guy. Mm-hmm. He comes up, and we'll call him Bill. Bill comes up, and like me and Travarius are like, drop the knife. We got her pinned. Bill comes up and is like, you got 3 seconds to drop this knife. She refuses. He proceeds to grab her by the hair and just starts bashing her head against this car.
Oh my God.
She drops her knife. Then her boyfriend comes over. He's obviously upset. So then we have to kick the shit out of him too.
Damn.
And then everybody starts stomping like the tail lights out of the cars. They're trying to drive out. And
Oh my God.
yeah, it was wild times.
What high school is this?
I went to Bolton High School.
Dude, hell yeah, Bolton.
Dude, okay.
The real BHS, baby.
But yeah, okay, I'm happy. Did you get in trouble with this? And what happened to the girl?
She survived.
Okay, good.
Yeah, she survived.
Did she change her
That's
ways?
nuts.
I think she ended up. I checked her Facebook years back. I think she ended up becoming like a stripper at the Gold Club.
With the scar and everything.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
We'll go check it out.
Yeah. I don't know if she's still there, but
Yeah.
she was like after high school.
But yeah, okay, whatever.
But she could fight.
Yeah, apparently. Like, apparently. I wonder what happened to the other girl.
I don't know. I never knew the other girl's name.
Damn. Okay. Well,
Those were 3 good childhood traumas. brought to you by a sponsorship we need.
sponsor us, please.
Needless to say, if you need to, just go roll over Brejesh's brother's liquor store. They don't have any
If
cameras.
if you're feeling sad or lonely,
LB's giving you the plot. Take a big truck and back it in. Back that Big Mac truck
Dude, they
in
do
this
it-
little liquor
As
store.
soon as they do it, it's like like there's so many kids that just go in and just run and grab whatever.
Oh, yeah.
They'll grab like
imagine.
a few vehicles and then they'll have one that's usually stolen. They'll just
and you said this happened at Buster's too while you were there, or
happen to Buster's. Happen to there's a few liquor stores it's happened to.
yeah. Well,
I made a good bit of money selling cameras to the liquor stores.
it's probably going to happen, and I mean, I hope it doesn't happen, but it's just like what the probability. It's not like 2 nukes going off, but it's probably a higher chance.
Yeah, I would
of that happening.
recommend one of the doors that come down,
Yeah,
or
we got one of those.
or PVM cameras, which are the cameras that'll talk down to you.
Okay.
They have like because when you have someone that's calling from a alarm center and they could see someone, it's considered a prowler call rather than a burglar alarm call, so you get a faster police response time.
We live in Memphis, one of the most dangerous cities in the world. If you have a camera company or a security company and you'd like to be sponsored on this podcast, please reach out to us. We have a large amount of monthly
Archive,
listeners.
Netwatch, come on.
And hey, seriously, dude, thank you for the information. That like legitimately, this is
Informative, funny.
yeah, very informative because it's like I mean, even earlier, I didn't know downtown was a mesh network of electricity, but that was really I mean, he wouldn't need to know that. He 100%
We
needs to know
should say
that.
this just so everyone's clear. We're about to have a 100-year snowstorm in Memphis, possibly. We're either going to get 2 inches of ice, which would be more devastating than getting the 18 inches of snow forecasted. Now it's supposed to be 2 degrees when we wake up one day. That's like pipe bursting temperatures easily. So like you got to wrap your pipes and everything. In the city of Memphis, a big issue with this is we are one of the only cities in America where we have refused to put our electrical network into the ground. The cost of doing it is about $2 billion. So we all just suffer through this public utility known as MLGW that are the most lazy people I've ever met in my life. You drive by, the joke is there's one guy working, there's 14 guys standing around. MLGW. Fix them one thing.
Can I tell you one thing about MLGW? They come and eat at India House all the time to bring their families. They're very nice people.
All right. You can cut that out.
No. But it's like we'll leave it in. You're right.
I mean,
like,
they need to hear this shit.
yeah,
Like,
I mean, it's true.
put it-
It's true. It's 100% true. Like it's they're.
It's not the workers' fault.
Yeah.
It's not the workers' fault.
Yeah.
But, maybe they staff too many guys on a certain job. They could be doing different stuff. We'll see how well prepared they are for this snowstorm and ice storm.
Jesus.
I don't think they're very prepared. But downtown Memphis is older, and it's on a mesh network where all the electrical lines are in the ground, where I personally think they should be. But in the rest of the county, they're on old school wooden telephone poles. So constantly, like the wind blows, people are without power. It rains too hard, people are without power. It lightnings, people are without power.
Jesus, man. It's the city we live in. We still love Memphis, right?
Still love you, Memphis.
901.
We love you, big dog.
Ooh, speaking of Memphis, who do y'all think is the best sports team for the Tigers?
Best sports team?
Yeah, this
Or like
best
basketball
the
or-
best like sports program at Memphis.
I mean, it's been football for like 8 years, 10 years, right?
Can I guess tennis now? Just because they have a huge new facility?
Sorry, is this rhetorical, or do you know the answer to
No,
this
I don't know
question?
the answer.
okay.
I'm
Well, I
this
can
is
tell you-
this.
I can
I'm going to throw one out there because they just won their another championship, which is the damn Palm team.
Palm team's really good.
Our Palm team has been killing it for years.
So is the
So shout out to the Palm team for representing. They just won this past weekend. their co-ed dance team ended up winning. So shout out to them.
So is the rifle team for Memphis. The competitive rifle team for rifle shooting is very good. They constantly place like in the top 10. So Memphis, Penny Hardaway, step your game up.
But what your intuition was right. Like what basketball, then football.
No, I said football then basketball. I don't care what this thing says. The basketball team has not been better.
Why are you coming after me? God, okay. You hear that? You hear that? Okay. But
so, I mean, that's just what you wouldn't agree with me, LD?
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, a shout out to the Palm team though, and shout out to the rifle team too. I mean, just whatever.
Shout out to everybody.
Glory to Memphis.
That just depends on if you think that dance is a sport.
If you're honest,
as long as you win.
If you're on the rifle team, the basketball team, or any team at Memphis, and you'd like to get a free shout out, come on the podcast. We'll have you on as guest.
Yeah.
All right.
All we care about is dub. Well, guys, this has been episode 37. We hit a really big milestone, so we'll be doing this for years now. Because if you hit the 37th episode, you are ahead of 99% of other podcasts.
In the top 20% of video podcasts on Spotify.
So there we go. We're gonna hit 10% by the end of the year. Knock on wood. But thank y'all for listening to us. This has been episode 37. We love y'all. Y'all have a great night. Bye.